Good morning, happy Friday, and welcome back to the NOFO Live podcast, where we hop on every Friday and talk about all things North Fork. Our guest today is a very interesting foodie destination way out on the North Fork in Orient Beach. If you haven't been, I believe that is one of the few state parks here that you can spend the day at, and they have paddleboarding and activities. And our guest today has opened a little eatery snack stand called Third Culture Club. And we are so excited to hear more about that. Tracy's traveling, so she's my usual co-host. But we have a special treat for you because Jaymee Sire, Food Network podcast called Obsessed, and a perfect day for her to be on because it is going to be a foodie conversation. Good morning, Jaymee. How are you?
Good morning. I'm good. How are you doing? Long
Good.
time no see.
Long time no see, exactly. I was thinking, what a perfect day for you to co-host because it's such a foodie adventure, and you've already visited and had your own experience of this beautiful destination, I should say.
Yeah, no, it is fantastic. I'm so excited to talk more with Cass about it. And she is joining right now, I think, in a little bit. And no, it's fantastic. It's like you said, the state park out there. So we were a little confused at first when we got out there because we're like, where is it? But yeah, you go through the state park, you pay the $8, and then, like you said, you can spend the entire day there. So just a perfect little concession stand, but not your usual concession stand. We'll get into the
Correct,
food
correct.
in a
That's
little
what.
bit, but but that's
Yeah, well, let's talk about the beach first, right?
yes,
Because, I mean, obviously, where we live on the Fork, we're surrounded by water on every side. And so, most of us, depending on which town you live in, have access to a beach, right? But it can get a little complicated because there's the town of Southold,
Mm.
and then there's the town of Southold sticker, but it only works on this beach and that beach, and it can get complicated. So, the best thing I tell people that are visiting are like, oh, what beach can I go to? I'm like, Orient State Park. It's
Hmm.
big, it has facilities, you can do, spend the whole day and you pay for a carload. And I think that's also only in the like season. I
Yeah, or I
believe.
think
Don't
maybe on the weekends or something like that. Like
Yeah, but
I
I believe
I
off season they don't have any parking, parking costs, whatever. But anyway, it's so well worth it because it's a long, windy drive, right? When you get there, first of all, you
yes.
when I first, like, I don't know, many, many years ago, saw the little gate and the good morning, how are
Hi.
you?
Morning. How are you?
It's almost like the beach is like a hidden, you don't even know there's a beach back there, right? There's a little entry gate and you're like, where is this going to take me? Is that kind of what was your experience, Jaymee?
Yeah, I mean, I had been there before in the off season, like you mentioned. I took some friends out there, so I kind of knew what I was getting into. But yeah, it's a beautiful drive. You're just like kind of winding your way back, and like it kind of feels like a little secret. So
Yes, yes. Good morning, Cass and Aaron,
Morning.
correct?
Hi. Aaron, yeah.
Yes, lovely to meet you. So first of all, let's just start with the name. What is Third Culture Club?
I'm glad you asked. I feel like some people are like afraid to ask, but I feel like it is this idea of being multicultural and kind of the idea of when all the cultures play nice together. So it's this idea of, maybe you were grown somewhere different than your roots were planted, or vice versa, or your parents are first generation, or so it's like you're a culmination of all of the cultures combined with your present culture of where you're living and kind of what that is when everything plays nice together.
I mean, it sounds so
So,
simple. It sounds so simple, and coming from a third culture, I guess,
yeah,
to
I feel like
me,
we're
it
all
just
third
seems
culture.
normal.
Yeah.
I can't believe we have to
Yeah.
say this aloud, right? But it
I
just
think it,
seems from a
yeah,
country that's
totally.
full of immigrants.
Exactly. And I think that like if everyone's paying attention, everybody's a little third culture. And so it's funny, it's not like a new term. It was actually coined in the 1950s by a sociologist. So if you ever see like the acronym like TCK, like they're saying like third culture kid, it's like a thing. So yeah.
and Cass, obviously, this resonates with you a lot. Give us a little bit of background about your upbringing and why third culture is such a meaningful term to you.
Sure. Like, so I grew up out on the North Fork, and I was probably like the one of two Asian people in my high school. And I'm also adopted. So like my mom is Mediterranean. My mother's last name is literally Sparta. And my father is German and Irish. And then my mother's brothers, one married a woman from Germany and one married a woman from Mexico. So I have like half Mexican cousins with the last name Sparta. And so
That's
then like
amazing.
I have a Greek first name, a Korean middle name, and a German last name. So
I
people are
love
always
it.
like, she doesn't look like a Cassandra Dotzel. And I was like, well, so that's kind of, it. And then so I've just always really connected to this idea of trying to like, I guess for like lack of a better explanation, like finding home in as such, even though this is my home, it's like I always had like a slight disconnect. So I think I've found that through food and like through travel and stuff. Like I've spent a lot of time traveling. I lived in Australia. I've spent a lot of time in Asia, and yeah, I'm actually going to
Wow,
Korea for the first time this year.
you've embraced the culture of the planet, let alone a third culture. Like
Yeah,
you are.
I actually spent a month in India too.
Oh
Oh,
my
Yeah,
woo!
goodness.
yeah, I love India.
All
So,
right,
Oh.
great. When I stop in for lunch, we're gonna have to chat about that.
okay, yeah.
Aaron, what is your background, Aaron?
I'm a teacher. I'm currently about 2 years away from my doctorate, which will be nice to get that finally over
Finished.
with. But yeah, I'm a teacher. I've also bartended for over 10 years at this point. So
Wait, is
we've,
that a thing? Is that a thing? Because it cracks me up. Because I don't know if you know Joe Coleman, who does
yep,
double speak cocktails.
Mhm.
He
yep,
too is a bartender by night and a teacher by day. I'm like, is this a popular thing?
Yes,
yeah.
teachers on the East End always have summer gigs.
We
It's just the
generally
thing.
always have
Yeah.
summer
But
gigs, but
and I
that's
believe he teaches math, so he's like he talks about fractions when it comes to
yeah.
mixing
Hmm.
drinks. I'm like, that's an interesting way of teaching math.
Yeah, I teach English, so he's definitely better at the math portion of it, no doubt about it. But yeah, it's just one of those things. You can get up in front of a group of kids, you can handle yourself in front of a group of semi-inebriated adults. So
Ah, now I
Same
see the
thing.
connection. Now I see it.
there's a
That's
lot of
true.
overlap there. There really
I
is.
see
A
it.
lot of
I see it.
babysitting.
Yeah.
So, do you teach locally here on the Fork, or
No, I teach on the North Shore, so a
okay?
little bit
Um,
out west.
So you have a little bit of a commute. Okay, okay.
Yeah,
Depending on where you're based.
yep,
yeah, yeah. It's not
it's
too
not bad.
bad. Yeah.
And you guys
So,
have kind of like a culinary background as well. Like, give us a little bit of, I mean, I know we were talking a little bit at the stand of what you guys have done in the past, but obviously this is not your first foray into hospitality or,
yeah.
food. What are some of the other things that you guys have worked on in the last couple of years?
We've done a lot. Like I feel like I always end up in projects and we collaborate so well. Like I feel like I always end up like dragging him willing or not into like whatever I'm doing. So so I guess I've always done hospitality. I probably have about like 25-ish years of hospitality, just kind of all over. My dad was also like a bar owner, so I kind of grew up around the industry. And then the last 3 years, so we've always been good friends with Stone Creek Inn, and like I kind of helped them out here and there through COVID and stuff like that, and then just kind of had always been around. And they had been working on a project at Silly Lily in East Marches, and they kind of wanted to take it to the next step and like bring it inside of a building and kind of like figure out this like interesting hybrid Americana situation. And they were like, we want someone with hospitality and design experience to like figure this out, because we want them to build like the marketing, the website, the menu, kind of like collaborate. And so Stone Creek, like Elaine and Christian are lovely. They tapped me, and kind of we jumped into that and we took it from the ground up. We rebranded it and called it Lily Seaside. We created a whole menu, craft cocktails, which we just got our liquor license, so the craft cocktails will be present this weekend.
Congrats.
But yeah, so that's kind of like where he really comes in, because I'm like, I cook with feeling. Like I'm not a big measuring recipe kind of person. So like when it comes to like cocktails, I'm like, I have an idea. I think this will work, and he figures out the science. So like that's, like and I will say though, my concepts are like 99% like they usually work, to his
You
annoyance
know the
sometimes.
flavors that you want.
Or like I'll taste something that he's working on and I'll be like, it needs this, and he'll be like, damn it, you're right. So like,
Yeah,
but
it sounds like a great partnership because it sounds similar in the sense that I bring all my crazy ideas into life, and my husband just
Mhm.
sort of makes them better, like
Yeah.
adds the missing
Same.
component, I should say, adds the missing component. Like you have your strengths and then he brings his strengths, and I'm sure the cocktails and the food is more delicious because of it.
Yeah. Thanks.
Yeah, they
Thanks.
definitely work.
Yeah.
She's definitely more of the idea person. So she'll give me pointers and we'll bounce ideas back off, kind of off each other. And then something generally good comes out of it. And when it's something bad, we toss it away and just forget about it. So.
And we like to come up with like fun names and stuff together. So yeah, so we worked on that for the last few years. I was the F&B for the Suffolk Theater and actually reopened their kitchen for them after it had been closed for a while. And
5 years ago.
yeah, maybe that was like 5 years ago. And then we did their menu. I curated their like wine and beverage and stuff. I actually did all the textile designs that they still use on their tent and their menu and all that stuff like that. So I based it off of the Parisian textiles that are hanging in the inside the theater. So I just kind of redrew that, and because I'm a textile designer also. I don't know if I said that by like degree or whatever you want to call
Well,
it.
you didn't mention that, but just from what you're talking about in terms of the food and the things you've done, I feel like, are you an artist first or a chef
Yes.
first? What do you, how do you see yourself?
It's a good question.
Well, it's funny because I've always done both in tandem since I was a kid. Um, and I never, I guess, really viewed myself as a chef because it was something I did for like pleasure at home. And I always loved to feed my friends. I love to serve like big Nona energy. Like I'm like, you have not eaten enough. Have you tried this? You need to eat this. Put it with that sauce. Like that's like when you come to my house and then he's handing you a cocktail.
I'm trying to.
So it was definitely artist first. I went to FIT. I worked in textile design for a while. I worked for a studio in Australia. Like when I was in India, I worked with artisans and workshops there. So I've studied with artisans all over the world. I studied with a painter in Vietnam. So I've done a little bit of that. I was actually really sad to miss the web meeting this past week. I wanted to
At the
go, but
beach?
I actually had a meeting in Tokyo at 9 p.m.
With Tokyo.
with Tokyo.
Not in
Like,
Tokyo.
well, yeah, well,
Yeah.
Well, that's
You
right.
were
Next
company
month,
in
next
company.
month we're
Wildly
coming to
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, just
Next
got on
month
my
we're
jet.
coming to you, so you can't miss it.
Yeah, so it was just the timing was too tight and I wanted to be prepared. So I'm like collaborating to do 2 textile designs with a company there. And it was just like, I was like, I don't want to like go and have drinks and then feel like tired and like have to get on this call at like 9 o'clock at night. So, but I was really sad to miss it.
That's all right. That's all right. We're going to bring the crew to you next month. So we
Yeah,
are
I know.
very
Yes.
excited to bring the entire web group
Oh,
and
is it
hang
going to
out.
be there?
Yeah,
Yes,
we're hoping
next
for
month.
sunny
I
weather.
think it is. It's August, right? August 11th. I believe that's when
Okay.
the next web meeting is.
Yes.
And it's going to be at the beach. So talk to us. It sounds like now you've just switched medium from textile design. You've used food now as your painting canvas, I guess, and you're
hmm
putting out. Tell me a little bit about the food that you're putting out or creating, I should say, at the Third
Um,
Culture Cup.
So the idea was kind of to take like your classic snack shack and make it like almost like a global market experience. So it's kind of like it's mostly like Korean backboned, but there's definitely like little elements here and there. So I wanted it to feel like a beach shack menu, yet not be a beach shack menu. So like we
Okay.
tried to pick things that were like palatable for maybe people that are less adventurous but still have some like familiar interest for people that are aware of the foods that inspire them. So like our Gimmerito has been definitely like a point of interest. For one, we also it's our vegan option if you get it with the cauliflower. But then our traditional is gochujang, chicken salad and bacon. And so the idea with that was to take the Korean gimbap, mix it with like a burrito, and mix it with like, in my opinion, a classic Long Island deli sandwich is a chicken salad, bacon, tomato sandwich. So we kind of like combined all of those elements. So it's like wrapped with some of the familiar things like you'd see in gimbap, like there's like pickled veg and cabbage and little like roasted tomatoes and stuff in it. So I tried to take things that aren't necessarily traditional that I just like enjoy and put them together. Like we call it our NOFO poke bowl, which by no means is like a traditional poke bowl. But I feel like it's such a lobster salad, shrimp salad sort of vibe on East End or coastal living or the Northeast in general. That I was like, why has nobody done a twist on a poke bowl with this? I was like, it just makes sense to like, because you put spicy mayo on a poke bowl and stuff. I was like, so you take this like very lightly, extremely lightly mayoed like base and like put it over top the rice, and then we added like pickle veg and like tomato, and so we just kind of tried to like twist up some of the ideas a little bit. So I feel like that's been really popular. Everyone's been going crazy for our banh mi, which
Oh my God. I don't even know what to say
Amazing.
about that, because are you feeling a little bit of the pressure? Just because, I mean, if you've had Lynn's banh mi and she's been closed now for I don't even know how many years, but the entire North Fork is mourning the loss of banh mi. So I am thrilled that you have brought a banh mi
I
back to the Fork.
and her banh mi's are amazing. Like when she did the pop up at Greenford over the
Oh my
winter, we were
God.
there.
Oh, we
So were
we
we.
waited almost 2 hours for
Same.
the banh mi.
For the
Because
food, yeah, we got there early, but the
Oh, you
wait
got there
was
early.
yeah, we
Yeah.
got there early, but like the wait was still a long time. But we ordered so many things, so but no, it was great. And I feel like I love banh mi, and of course I feel like I always think of pork, but I know everybody has that. Well, not everybody, but it's like become
oh,
more
I mean, I
prevalent.
mean, I have the alpha gal, so
Oh,
I'm
okay,
very
okay,
conscious of
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Yes.
So just like working in hospitality for like ever, I have known it's been creeping in the past like 15 years. It's gotten really popular. So I previous menus I've done that were leaned pork heavy, we ran into a lot of issues. So I actually tried purposefully to make it lean more chicken heavy, and then we have like one beef item. I have some ideas for like little Vietnamese like pork patty things I want to do for specials, and we'll run things like that periodically. But yeah, we tried to like make sure it was like something for everyone. Like our banh mi, we also do it so you can do it as a rice bowl. So if someone's like gluten free too. So we tried to do a little bit of different things. The only thing I will say about the banh mi that I didn't realize was I did like a shawarma approach in my marinade. So I use a little bit of yogurt to make the chicken marinade like super tender and everything. But I didn't know that some people with the alpha gal have dairy problems. That was
I
something
do.
I
I
was.
cannot touch the dairy. Yes. Yes.
Oh no,
Yeah.
yeah.
No, but how wonderful that you are putting the thought process in, living the philosophy of, you're pulling up a table for everybody and everybody can
hmm
fit in. And if you, especially when now you go out as a large group, somebody or the other always has something. So the fact that you are curating and offering so many options and allowing people to change it in this way or that way is wonderful. And I thank you for that.
Thanks. Yeah, no, I love that. We're trying to have the variety. Oh, Jamie, I think you're out.
Jaymee, you're muted. Did you get a call in?
Oh, can you
Oh,
hear
you're
me
back.
now?
You're back. You're back.
Oh,
You're
I got like
back.
a notification and it was like,
You're
anyways.
back.
No, what I was gonna say is I can definitely vouch for the banh mi. Also, the scallion pancake
Oh.
dilla, the quesadilla is so good. And then we also have to talk about the milkshake. Is that like officially on the menu? Because it was so good.
Yes. It's
Okay.
officially.
It's officially on the menu. Thursdays are a little tough for me to get that up and running
For
because
one more week.
I have class on
Oh, okay.
Thursday nights. But so after this coming Thursday night, it should be up every day.
Just
But yeah,
next Thursday it probably won't be there, but then after that it'll be there every Thursday. We always have it like Friday through Sunday.
Okay.
Um,
we're also going to do a twist on it where you can add maybe not a shot, but you can add some alcohol to it. So
we're
we're going to
thinking
have
liquor 43.
liquor 43, which is the Spanish liqueur. Notes of
Ooh,
citrus and vanilla. It
cool.
goes really great with the ube. So
Mhm.
that'll be an option to put on there. And then it should be on every day from here to from next Friday to tonight,
Today.
not next
Today is
Thursday,
Friday.
and then the rest
Today
of
is
the
Friday.
summer. Yeah.
We're a
Wait,
little
what?
sleep deprived.
That's okay. What is your guys' favorite things each on the menu?
um, That's tough. I've probably been honestly eating the bowl the most, the poke bowl. I've
Mm.
been doing it with shrimp, and I add like crunchy onions and
Mm.
on it and stuff too. So it's like avocado, tomatoes, pickled veg. It has the little like furikake. It's like the seasoned rice and stuff,
Hmm.
obviously. So I've definitely, but that's probably what I've been eating the most. And
For me, it's probably the banh mi.
yeah,
It's really good. I will say, shout out to the shrimp roll though. The poached shrimp that we make is really good.
or just like anything I can put the gochujang butter on,
Yeah, I
honestly.
mean,
But
Or chili con carne.
yeah,
So,
well, up
So
right now, and
so
we're
it's
doing
not a
our
very big, I mean, from the menu, it sounds like this is a giant restaurant, but it's not a very big space. I mean, it is a
mhm.
shack, but you are putting quite a lot out of this tiny shack.
It's really really smart strategic like prepping, which we learned at Lily's. So we were in like an 8-foot blueprint room doing like 300 orders, like
wow.
crazy busy. And we were able to output that in a very tiny space. We actually had a retro 1950s bread truck that was a food truck backed up to the window that was our hotline. And then we had bar and cold line in this little 1930s shack.
Wow.
So, and it's funny because this building is also built in the 30s. So
yeah.
I was
You've
like,
been training for this.
that's
So
kind of
this
what we
is
were joking about. I was like, we were operators, but now we're like operators and owners. So,
So
um,
what does that leap feel like? Because obviously you've been preparing your whole life for this moment,
mhm.
but there's so many more layers of running a business when it's your business. You know, it's
Uh-huh.
one thing to be the chef, show up, cook, go home, and not have to worry about how the lights stay on. So what does that leap look
I,
like or feel like
I
for
I
you?
think the feelings are very layered because I think when you do it for someone else, like or like when you're me doing anything, you just like put your whole heart into something. And so I think that then doing it for yourself is like gratifying because like you're putting yourself into what you're building. But yeah, like I feel like it's been kind of a whirlwind. It all happened really fast because just the whole process with the state to get into the park and everything. It was honestly very serendipitous the way it happened. It was like I've always had this dream of turning my art brand into a physical space. That was the true birth of Third Culture Club, is I have an art brand that is about third culture that's called Where Are You From? So WAIF, which is an acronym for Where Are You From? And I was doing it somewhere, met an artist, Rachel, who's displaying her work at Hotel Moraine, actually, and then she connected me with another friend who was looking for some freelance, and then that person became a client. And then she was like, "Hey, I know that you like do all these like food and art things, and you have this dream, whatever." She's like, "Does this interest you?" And she like forwarded me the RFP request for the state park. It just like happened, and the due date was on my birthday on Patty's Day. So I was like, that's another fun third culture layer. I was born on St. Patrick's Day.
Wait, yeah, I was gonna say that's crazy.
So
And you said your
yeah.
dad was Irish German, or
Yeah, my grandma was 100%. I'm just not. So, but,
that's so funny.
um, but yeah, so, yeah, that
So
was.
is for now, is this a season thing at the park?
So it is seasonal. Like for next year, I plan to open earlier in May and stay open later into September and have some fun festivities, probably just on Saturdays, as long as the weather holds. This particular season, we're going to close right with Labor Day. Just because I'm actually like I'm going to Korea. I got all these things in a very tight timeline. I found out I got this space and I got into this program for which is basically like Korean adoptee birthright, where you like go
Wow.
back to like Korea and it's like a whole thing. So it was just like a once in a lifetime opportunity. So I was just like, I have to go.
Well, I'm so happy for you that
But
both things aligned. It sounds like a
yeah,
beautiful year for you. I mean, crazy busy. I can't
crazy.
imagine how you're getting any sleep.
I'm
we're
not.
not.
So,
Nope.
but, but yeah,
Uh,
there'll be time for that at some point.
at some point in the winter,
um,
but obviously we've been talking a lot about the food and a little bit about the art and the space. But you guys have a lot of fun things planned for the rest of the summer. Can you kind of touch on just like what people can expect, especially locals maybe coming out, during the week and
yeah,
that kind of thing?
And also just specify when you're open because it's such a short season. So I want to make
Mm.
sure that everybody that wants to come knows when you're available.
okay. So Thursday through Sunday, 12 to 6. Usually we'll be there by 11 and have the shop open for people to like wander in and like grab a drink or something, but we don't really start taking lunch orders until noon. And then as far as like festivities, I don't know if you know Friends of Orient Beach. They're like our non-for-profit partners in the park. Danielle has been great. We like I think there's still, any donations to help fund any free activities that are put on. I think she has like a link on her Instagram. So she and I have been talking about like how we can bring more community events. They've planned their Tuesday concerts. They have 4 dates picked out, and then we've been collaborating to kind of create more of a music vibe. So there is definitely going to be a little vibe happening every Saturday. So the times vary, so you can always give us a call or send us a message if you're curious. And like this Saturday at 1 p.m. we'll have my friend Panama with Project Vibe, like doing some sort of like cool reggae vibe happening. And then so there'll be kind of something most weekends going on, and then we will be open for the select Tuesdays in addition to the Thursday to Sunday.
When the music is on.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah. So
yes, I was hoping for
yeah,
that because
yeah. So we'll be open in the like the later part. We won't be doing the all day like we normally do. So, but we'll probably open around like 3 or 4. What do we just? Yeah, I think the concerts start at 5. So we'll probably get in at 3, but we'll probably start taking orders at like 4, so people can get there like an hour before the music starts or whatever and eat. So we'll do that, and then really exciting. My friend, our friend Chris Paparo. I don't know if you're familiar with Fish Guy Photos on Instagram. He's like a really cool local marine biologist and naturist. He's just always doing really cool things. If you love animals and nature, definitely follow him. He has like these really cool cameras that he hides in the woods in different places, and he shares like really intimate footage of nature. It's just like the coolest. So we've known him for years. He's just literally the coolest. He took Aron out hawking with him. He has a pet hawk that he hunts like ecologically
I was
friendly
wondering where
with.
hawking
She's
is.
enormous.
So
When
cool.
is he
Like
going to be there? I need to register.
so he's coming August, what is it? August 7th. It's the first Friday. I'm gonna be posting a link probably in the next week or so. We're gonna
Okay,
do
tag us so we can
guided.
share them.
Yeah, I'll tag you when you share. Well,
August
we're
7th.
August 7th. Yeah, we're gonna do a little kind of Fish Guy Photos led eco tour. And so we're collaborating with Eagle's Nest. Victoria runs the paddle company, Eagle's Nest. She's great. So we're gonna be collaborating with them, and we'll be doing like a little tour. So he'll do a quick talk before you launch, take everybody out, point out some cool things as they happen, and then everybody that comes will give a little 10% off of our whole menu, drinks included, and then we'll do a little snack and like a little water to take out with you as you go, and then kind of try to create a whole experience. So it's like the first one we're squeezing in for this one season, but I definitely want to plan more like fun, community engaged, collaborated sort of events. I'm trying to pull off one before the season ends of doing like a free community workout or like by donation sort of. I have a good friend out here who's been a personal trainer on the North Fork for 15-20 years. He's been featured in North Fork a couple times. He's the best. His whole shtick is like functional fitness and like how to like do movement that is good for you and your lifestyle, and not just like a one size fits all. Like it's like you sit at a desk job, or you're on your feet a lot, or this must be hurting because of this, or like he always kind of knows. Like we've been friends for years. We lived together and stuff. So he would be like, I notice you walk around the house on your toes a lot, and that's why you have calf problems. You need to do this stretch. He's very like astute when it comes to like things like that, which I'm always, like, he's the best. So, but he used to do these free beach workouts on Dune Road back in the day that we all used to go to and stuff. And like he, for years, we'll like go with him and we'll like work out on the beach. But working out on the beach with him means you usually get breakfast cooked by him on the beach afterwards.
That's not gonna
But
happen.
we'll handle the
You guys will handle the food this time.
yeah,
because I'm assuming his breakfast would be way too healthy.
No, really, like one time we walked up on the beach to meet him, and he was like massaging a whole filet mignon loin on the beach, and we did steak and eggs. Like we don't mess around.
Well, I mean, that is healthy protein. That's protein.
Yeah. But he had the black gloves on, and he was sitting like on like Pike's Beach at like Dune Road, like literally like massaging the filet mignon, and people are like,
What's happening?
What is this guy doing?
You're speaking Jamie's love language, I think. Because every time I watch your videos, you're on your grill cooking up.
I
Like
know.
this is way up totally up your alley, Jamie.
No, that sounds amazing.
I love that.
No, I mean, I grew up on a cattle farm as well, so.
If you need a massager, maybe she's available.
I grew up on the Cornell Extension on Sound Avenue, so I grew up on a farm as well.
Yeah.
Oh my
Awesome.
God. We could talk to you for a whole hour. Sounds like you guys have had such an interesting background, and we're so excited that you're bringing your offerings here. All right, we're going to jump into the No for Life 5.
Okay.
And this is a tough one for me to ask because the question, I'm trying to figure out how to frame it. Do I want to ask the question that says, if Jaymee and I come there, what are you feeding us? Or do I want to frame it as, other than the obvious, where would you, if we were going out for a meal, where would we go and what would we eat?
Well, it's very tough for us because we love to eat. So I feel like it'd have to be like a list. We couldn't just pick
Yes,
one.
that's
It
what
would
I
Oh,
be
need
like
okay.
too.
Okay.
and
I got my notepad ready. Let's go.
okay, well, the last couple of years we've been loving Old Mill and Minnow for sure, and
Little
Yes.
Fish.
oh yeah, and Little Fish we've been
You just
loving.
said like my 3 favorites.
I mean, I'm
And
going to
then
walk to Little Fish right now.
we've always loved Red Rooster, and then I don't know if you've ever been, our friend Chef Jenny at Ellen's on Front
Oh, are
Street.
you kidding me? Like,
She's
oh my God, she's
so
Well, I've
phenomenal.
had the chili was the winner at the chili
oh, she
cook-off.
always wins. Her chili is the best. Yeah, she is the best. I love her.
Yeah,
We're
but
actually
I mean,
both
let's not forget about the fried chicken.
the fried chicken. Yeah, right now she has this delicious like shumai dumpling in like a yellow curry situation that
Ooh.
is, and the Korean short ribs right now that she's running for summer are amazing.
She also
Also,
makes
I don't
this
know if
crispy quinoa.
oh,
I
yeah,
mean,
my
I've never
hi
had it
Sheila, I
anyplace
see that
else. We could talk about her
Yes.
entire menu.
Yep.
the whole menu's so good, and also we didn't actually mention, so we're collaborators, like we're in a partnership together, just as like community friends supporting. So it's like my two culinary relationships that have guided me kind of being new to like doing this all myself has been Jenny, and Elaine from Stone Creek has still like kind of just sort of been my guiding force, and they loaned me an oven for the season, which was
Oh,
very nice. But Jenny and us, we're doing and Andrew, we're doing a collaboration on the cocktails. So we actually designed their beverage program and premiered cocktails there that you can have. And so we'll be sharing
Some of the cocktails.
I think three cocktails in tandem that you can have at their menu in real glasses, and our cute little made out of corn throwaway
real
glasses at
glasses.
our biodegradable ones at our place. But so we'll be collaborating on a couple of those cocktails. She's great. Do we miss?
I would also, as far as where to eat, I would also say Bruce and Sons if we're going to brunch.
Oh yeah,
Mm.
always good. And
Turquoise and Riverhead.
it's our favorite hidden
Oh.
gem. If you've never
Which
been,
one?
Turquoise.
We're not naming all our favorites.
Yeah, sorry.
Because that would take a
I
whole
love to eat,
hour.
and the
But
family
I
in
will say,
Turquoise is
everything you
lovely.
picked so far would be in my top list. I just want to.
Yeah.
How about you, Jaymee?
I mean, I need to go to Ellen's for like in
Oh,
person.
Yeah.
But yeah, everything you just
well,
I
get
Have you
mean,
ready
been to
for a treat
Turquoise?
because if Jenny's there and her brother Andrew's there, you are in for a fun, and I mean fun. I mean, it's not a comedy routine, but you will
No, they're
laugh and you will
hysterical.
have fun. They're just the most fun people, and
I
they
love
bring
that.
out,
Yeah.
it'll be a beautiful evening.
Okay. All right. Well, those are all like wonderful recommendations. So I hope everyone is taking notes. Number 2
Someone said,
question
what
is
restaurant in Riverhead is the Turquoise?
Turquoise is
Turquoise
Yeah.
Grill.
it's right on the river. Yep.
Yeah.
yeah, I'm not getting any of the notes.
And then
What's your go-to farm stand?
that's tough. Like he grew up on the.
I was spoiled.
Uh,
I didn't realize how spoiled until I had to start buying my own produce.
his own local
so
produce. Yeah.
that was tough.
I love it. Like Mattisek Mushroom Farm. Love her. Like love the mushrooms.
Of course you picked the artist farmer. That's the one you picked. Like, again, I
love
don't
her.
know if I
And like every
think
time I
she's-
go and like visit her, she'll always be like, "I like your top" or like something, and I'm always like, I just like she's great.
Yeah.
Helen's Farm Stand.
Yeah, Helen's is very underrated, and the pies. People always talk about Briarmere's. Helen's is right down the road, and they're
Oh, they have pies.
Ooh.
Yeah.
like usually when you go in and get one, it's like still steamy and fresh. Like they have the best.
What's your
pies.
favorite pie from there?
Oh, I don't know. I can't pick a favorite pie.
I'm still partial to the apple pie, but
Yeah.
Okay.
You know,
I usually like blueberry. I like berry pies or peach or
See,
yeah,
one of
we
the
love.
reasons I love asking this question is because you always end up gravitating closer to where you live, right? You run, you grab in.
Yeah.
So for me, I know of Helen's Farm, I know it exists, but I
Yeah.
never find myself going there just
Mhm.
because of the distance.
Because it's
But
Yep.
now that
further.
you're
Yep.
Yeah.
mentioning it, I didn't even know they had pies. The next time I'm in Riverhead doing errands, my brain is going, make that detour because she's got a giant sign.
Well,
I'm going there.
I think they're family, right? Helen's and Amanda from Barrow. I
Yeah, that
think
was her
that,
family farm. Yes.
Oh,
yeah.
cool.
We went to school with Amanda from Barrow. That's a really great spot too. We should have mentioned for restaurants
Yeah.
if you've never been there.
The curried chickpeas.
Yeah.
Their duck wings are just.
I don't
Ooh.
always even like duck, but their duck wings are amazing.
Okay, that's good to know.
And
Yeah. Oh,
wait,
and always
while we're throwing things out there, the crispy kale at
oh
Barrel
yeah,
Fruit
yeah.
House is like a must-have. We order that before we even decide what we're ordering.
The latkes.
So,
That's us with the latkes.
yeah.
Oh my God, this is such a foodie episode. People must think here
But
all we do is food.
I know. And well,
Yeah.
eight hands and Sangli too, of course, for like
Yeah.
farm stands, I guess.
The
But
tomato salad Sangli at the end of the summer is just not to be
Ooh.
missed.
and the watermelon salad. We like to like pickle the watermelon and then like store the tomatoes. Like I'll like stew them all and put them in the freezer. But
Okay, I'm loving asking this question. Even cocktail or mocktail, brewery, vineyard. What might you enjoy, and where would we find you?
So
What is your favorite one to make? You
all
can
the
take the answer
above.
however you want.
I mean, not to be a lush, but maybe we have a pick for each.
Yeah,
I
I think we do.
don't know.
Yeah, brewery. We go to North Fork Brewing Company in Riverhead. Pete's been a good friend for a long, long time.
We've been part of their North Fork Native Club since they opened.
Wait, you're muted. You might have got a call or something in between.
Oh,
When a
Oh,
call
we're
comes
go
through,
away.
it mutes you. Anyway,
Oh,
you're back.
okay.
Vineyard.
Vineyard. That's tough. Like Courtois has been our spot since before it got the way it is now, and it is even more beautiful. Love that. I've always loved Macari and Lieb. I grew up along Pominock, so I always like they have their special Petite Verdot, and it's like named after the street I grew up on. So I always have
Oh
like
my gosh.
love for that.
Oh,
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
it's like
That's
the
so
Apollo
sweet.
Drive Petite Verdot or whatever.
Oh, that's
As
sweet.
far as cocktails, Evan and his team at Bricks and Rye, they are the premier cocktail bar
Out here for sure.
out
What do
here.
you, what's your favorite cocktail to make or drink?
So to make right now for me is the Via Yokohama, which is one of our cocktails. It's a riff on a new classic called the Paper Plane, and ours features green tea infused Japanese whiskey, Spanish citrus aperitif, Amaro Nonino, lemon oleo sacrum, and yuzu juice.
And the tea is hojicha, which is like that toasted, lower caffeinated green tea. So it adds like a really nice like maltiness to the whiskey. So like I used to love like whiskey and scotch, and like over the last couple of years, I just can't drink those sorts of spirits. Like I feel like they like hurt me inside, and like I need to struggle. I like search for like the balance, and so he was like, "I'm gonna build you the most balanced whiskey cocktail," and it is that. It is so smooth and drinkable, and it's like lightly sweet without being sweet. It's just like it's a perfect cocktail. And so we're serving that, and Ellen's will actually also be serving that too.
Cool.
Yeah.
Exciting.
All right. Sunrise or sunset, and where's your favorite spot to watch it?
Oh man.
The loaded question
I
on the
sense the
internet.
list coming.
no,
I sense the
what?
list coming.
This is a controversial question.
Well, as locals, it is a little controversial
Okay.
because I feel like you don't like sharing your spot.
Oh, you're
Well, you don't have to share
gatekeep.
it. You don't have to share it. Your answer can be that I have a secret spot. But do you catch a sunrise or a sunset? Let's start there. Ooh, you froze.
Okay.
We're
Oh,
back.
you're back.
I think
You're
we're back. Someone tried to call me.
Well, I guess they're calling you again.
Uh-oh. Hopefully it's
Instagram
not.
really needs to fix this. Okay, you're back again.
They were calling me. Yeah.
Right.
We're more sunset people. We do try to make a habit of trying to catch one sunrise a summer.
Oh, I like that.
But
It's usually at the end of the summer to kind of say goodbye.
Yeah, I don't know if we're supposed to talk about it on here, but we usually do it at the other fork because we usually go for a big ocean day.
We don't have a problem with the other fork. We know it exists.
I always feel like a true like East Ender because like I feel like I had the luxury of growing up like in 𝒂𝒑 more towards Riverhead, so I was like equally distant to enjoy like West Hampton and East Quogue and stuff, and then get to Greenport. I'm kind of the same distance to both, so it was always nice to take advantage. But yeah, I feel like we have a lot of different little sunset spots, like little hidden spots. Like we're fond of the hot girl walk. As soon as the weather gets nice, we'll like catch a sunset and take a walk.
Yeah, so we'll park semi-legally at like a village beach that
you're not really supposed to go. The locals know you can go if you park in this one spot.
That's kind of how we started this whole conversation. By there's so many beaches here, but it's so complicated. I don't even know where my sticker works, and I'm like,
yeah.
I still need to put mine on the car.
Truman Beach is very nice.
Obviously, low tide bar
is gorgeous.
Yeah.
Even just
and you can legally park there. So
you can legally park there, yes.
And even in the Sound View itself, if you get a window seat near sunset.
Yeah, or by like the piano bar or something. Yeah.
So North Fork sunsets
far superior. Yeah.
Yeah.
And like the park, when you're like, it sucks because you have to be out of there by 8 p.m. But the sunset views, like when we get to leave and come, that road that you take once you turn into the park is like the most beautiful, like one of the most beautiful parts about coming to the park. I feel like is just that stretch right there. Like I feel like we always say it looks like I don't know if you've been to Australia, but the Great Ocean Road there, that's like what it looks like. It's just like small roads, water on both sides, lots of lush greenery, and it's just gorgeous. So
and even though it's on the bay and the sun is technically setting on the water on the sound side, the clouds and the light, the way it travels on that road is stunning.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
And yeah, it's you have to leave by 8 now, but don't you worry, winter's coming.
Don't do that.
Then you can sit there with your picnic basket all you want. Oh my God, I'm so glad you guys came on and shared this fun conversation with us. I didn't realize you guys were locals here, but obviously you're choosing to continue to spend your life here. So what do you love about being a part of the North Fork community?
I feel like I just like after moving away and coming back, it was always home, and I always felt like kind of grateful to be like part of the club. Like I feel like being like an East Ender or being like a North Forker is like such a thing. Like I have friends from like the city and stuff who moved from other places, and they like make a joke. Like they say there's like parts of Long Island that are, what does he say? He says, rah, rah, Long Island. And he said that like the East End is like different. Like it's like a chill vibe. He was like, I don't know. He's like, you East Enders are a little snobby about being from the East End. And I'm always like, but like, I mean, but it's beautiful.
Look around.
There's a Peconic land tax for a reason because it's so beautiful out here. But yeah, I always felt like lucky to get to be a local out here. I think when I was like younger and 𝒂𝒑 had nothing in it, I like couldn't wait to leave and like move to the city and move other places. But then I just couldn't. There was nowhere else I pictured, sort of,
Yeah, I mean, my dad was the head farmer on the Cornell property for 50 years. He just retired.
He's still working every day.
He doesn't know how to retire.
Well, that is what new retirement looks like.
Farmers can't retire.
But he this was always home. And we've traveled a lot, both together and apart, and there's nothing like the North Fork. There's nothing like the community that we have out here. The people who really just support each other, who are always open, to each other. There's no other place like it. So.
Yeah. And I have to say, since opening this little place, it's like so like reaffirming, because like earlier you mentioned like the layers of like becoming a business owner. Like it's like marginally terrifying. Like I think I made a joke on Instagram that it's like posting a naked picture of yourself because you're like, this is my dream and I'm putting it out here, everybody look at it. Like
but also don't judge me.
But like
but also there's something magical about the North Fork in the way that the community shows up to
Mhm.
prop each person up and be like, okay, I got you, you know? And
Yeah.
like
Really
the
have.
collaboration with Ellen, for example, right? Like even
Hmm.
the little joke, like, oh, you can get the proper glasses there because you're at a beach. Like there's so much that
Hmm.
people do to show up and help you.
And
Um,
people have been lovely. Some people are like paying that park fee to come in just to get a takeaway from us or something. Like they're like
Wow.
Yeah.
everybody has been so lovely and has like really shown up, and they're just like happy to have like different food or someone passionate coming in and doing something. And there are, I mean, it's a touchy topic, but there are a lot of like big restaurant groups and stuff like that, and some of those places are nice, but it's like I think the East End used to be a place that was more mom and pop. It was more like young passionate people like creating something that is them, and like not some like hierarchy structure of creating something. But I think the community has been really welcoming to that. And I do think that every Asian person on the East End has like scouted us out and come in, and they're new friends now.
I
So
love that.
I also think that that part of the
well,
community
but
has
but
been
credit
very.
goes to you. Credit goes to you for creating this space and for putting out delicious food. I mean, it's no longer simply just an idea. I mean, there's a physical space where people can gather, and you're putting out
Mhm.
the food. So I would encourage everybody. I know it's a short season. I mean, we're still just at the start of it, but the rest of July, all of August, until the first week in September, right?
Mhm.
You're open. Let's remind everybody again: Thursdays through Sunday,
Thursday through Sunday. Yep.
12 to 6.
Hmm.
And then
And
select Tuesdays when the concert series is on
yes, and
for the
I
Friends
think
of.
closing weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we should have something fun happening most each day is the plan.
Cool.
So
Well, we don't want to think about closing. We want to think about every weekend in between.
yes.
So thank you for joining us. I can't wait to come try the chicken banh mi because I can eat chicken, so I'm excited about that.
Yay.
Thank you, Jaymee, for filling in. I
Of
know
course,
Tracy's going to be gone a
anytime.
lot of the month, so we'll be seeing a little bit
You'll
more
be
of
seeing
you.
me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, everybody. Have a great
All
weekend.
right.
See you
Thank
next
you. Thanks for
week.
having us. Jimmy, we'll hang
Bye.
out soon.